Fiji comes to mind when you imagine a paradise with white sand beaches and pristine waterways. This archipelago is made up of numerous islands resembling jewels that are dispersed over the South Pacific. There are abundant coral reefs, amazing surf, and jungles there. Fiji is known for its natural beauty, but it also has an interesting blend of various cultures. Perhaps you're wondering why Fiji is so pricey. It's tempting to believe that Fiji is an expensive location given its reputation for tropical heat, sea, and resorts with high prices. It can cost hundreds of dollars just to get there. But we are ready to assist you in minimizing those costs if paradise calls. We have put together this thorough guide to low-cost travel in Fiji, so you can enjoy the sun, surf, and once-in-a-lifetime adventures. Our guide is filled with information on everything you'll need to consider before leaving, from recommendations for inexpensive lodging and transportation to inexpensive dining options and sightseeing options. With the South Pacific awaiting, let's get started. So, what is the average cost of traveling to Fiji? It varies. The price of traveling to Fiji is influenced by a plethora of elements, including lodging, airfare, food and drink, and the cost of activities, attractions, and souvenirs. All of it can add up, which is why our budget guidance is useful. Travel to Fiji. Estimated count: $337 to $1,837 USD per person. Return. In response to the question, how expensive is Fiji? It is important to note that flights to Fiji might be somewhat costly. Naturally, this can vary depending on your location, but in general, traveling to this Pacific archipelago will cost a significant portion of your cash. Flying to Fiji can be somewhat costly. Naturally, this can vary depending on your location, but in general, traveling to this Pacific archipelago will cost a significant portion of your cash. Being aware of when to take off can help you save money. November through January is the most costly time of year to fly to Fiji, while April is the least expensive month during the wet season. Nadi International Airport, NAN, located on Viti Levu's main island, is the primary airport for Fiji. The cost of your vacation to Fiji should include transportation to and from the airport. If not, you'll need to pay for a cab or bus. Certain hotels and resorts offer complimentary shuttles. Below is a summary of the average airfare from a few major international transportation hubs to Fiji. To Fiji Airport from New York, $849,157 USD. Airport in Fiji to London, $792 to $1662 GBP. Airport in Fiji to Sydney, $424.1217 odd. From Vancouver to the airport in Fiji, $919 to $2298 CAD. By checking online, you can reduce the cost of your airfare. You may search through a variety of offers and rates on websites like Skyscanner to get the most affordable trip. It's wise to keep an eye out for last-minute sales as well. The longest flight is the least expensive. This will require several connecting flights, which may be annoying, but it will be worthwhile to have a few extra bucks when you arrive at your destination. The estimated cost of lodging in Fiji is between $9 and $280 USD per night. Accommodations in Fiji aren't overly pricey, especially considering that it's a little piece of paradise on Earth. If, however, you want to stay somewhere fancy, that may be done. Throughout the archipelago, there are several really luxurious resorts and other high-end accommodations that give the impression that Fiji is not a travel destination for the cheap. However, as previously said, there are also some reasonably priced lodging choices. These consist of cheap hotels, air rooms, and hostels. If you plan your trip during low season when there are greater offers to be available, you may even stay in a resort for a relatively decent price. Transport cost in Fiji. Approximate daily cost, $0 to $10 USD. You might not be the type of person who spends their entire 2-week trip to Fiji staying in a resort. There are hundreds of islands to visit, each with its own beaches and quaint communities, so you'll undoubtedly want to go exploring at some point. Thankfully, public transportation in Fiji is reasonably priced. In reality, you can see a genuine local side of Fiji and stay within your budget by using public transportation to get around. There is a road system on the larger islands. Both less official small vans and official bus networks service this area. While using one of these to travel can be inexpensive, it's not always the quickest route to your destination. Food cost in Fiji. Approximate daily cost, $5 to $20 USD. We're guessing that you don't know much about Fijian cuisine, but you'd be surprised to learn that it's quite varied. Because of the diversity of its cuisine, you can satisfy almost any hunger with Indo-Fijian curries, Chinese food, regional specialties, and even Western fast food. Naturally, when planning your Fijian budget, you should factor in enough money to try some of the best cuisine the archipelago has to offer. In Fiji, the cost of food varies according to where you are eating, what you are eating, and the type of establishment you are dining at. The estimated cost of alcohol in Fiji is between $0 and $15 USD per day. Although Fiji isn't exactly known for being a party destination, the Pacific country does have some delicious beers on tap. There are nightclubs for individuals who really want to party, however they are limited to Suva and Nadi. Alternatively, you might choose to stay at a hostel that hosts free-flowing beer events every night. Prices for drinks differ between resorts and hotels, unless of course you're staying in an all-inclusive. Nonetheless, most hotels offer happy hours, which are typically held from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Get away from the resort regions if you want to truly cut costs and avoid paying hotel rates. When you visit local bars, even the happy hours are extended. Stick to local alcohol if you want to keep things inexpensive in Fiji, because import taxes significantly increase the cost of imported alcohol, which can often even be more expensive than what you would pay at home. For instance, a $15 bottle of wine, mostly Australian in Fiji, $4 for a pint of beer, and $5 to $15 for a cocktail are the normal prices. However, supermarkets are actually around half as expensive. A bottle of wine will cost $7.50, while a 750 ml beer will cost $2.50. The estimated cost of attractions in Fiji is between $20 and $25 USD per day. There is a lot of natural beauty in Fiji. In addition to breathtaking beaches, snorkeling opportunities, mountains, waterfalls, and diving places, its numerous islands are home to rainforests and diving spots. But there's more to beauty than meets the eye. In addition, Fiji has historical and cultural sites including the Fiji Museum and the botanical gardens in Suva, the country's capital. Additionally, there are the ancient structures of Levuka, the old capital, which are located on Ovalau Island. However, because Fiji is made up of hundreds of islands, its natural and man-built attractions aren't necessarily close to your accommodation. Final words on Fijian money-saving advice. If you love to travel on a tight budget, you should think about using these additional money-saving suggestions for your vacation to Fiji. Take pleasure in nature. It is free. Enjoying activities such as sunbathing, swimming, snorkeling, strolling on dry land, or lounging on the beach can be done for little or no cost. You may joyfully take in the beauty of Fiji on a tight budget unless you're renting gear or paying for transportation. Pedal power. There are times when taking a taxi is not the only option to reach your destination. Riding a bike is an enjoyable, healthful, eco-friendly, and most importantly, affordable mode of transportation, especially on smaller islands. Stock up. If you're traveling to a tiny island, remember to bring along some essential foods. Generally speaking, goods get more expensive and harder to find particular items the farther you are from the main island. Go couchsurfing. There are a number of couchsurfing locations in Fiji. Apart from getting to stay for free, it's a great opportunity to learn about Fiji from real locals. It's a terrific option if you're a social person. Grab a bottle of water, carry your own water bottle, and fill it from the tap or fountain to avoid wasting money on plastic bottled water. 99% of viruses and germs can be removed from water with a filtered bottle like the GRAYL if you're concerned about it being drinkable. Make money while you travel. Teaching English abroad is a fantastic way to supplement your income. You might even move to Fiji if you land a great job. Join Worldpackers as a volunteer. If you volunteer in the community, you'll frequently receive housing and board in return. Although it's not always free, it's still an affordable method to get around Fiji. What are your thoughts? Tell us in the comments below and subscribe for more videos.